Finally Abby, your coffee master here at Core Plaza Portland. And today I will teach you the espresso basics using this Lamarzocco machine. So what I like about this espresso machine behind me is that it allows you to pour an espresso shot manually, and it will never be complete without these grinders behind me. So these are the story grinders that are separated by the regular espresso grinder and the DECAF espresso grinder. So before you handle this Lamarzocco machine as a barista trainee, first you have to study the 7 variables. So what are those? These are the grind, pump, dose, rate of pour, water boiler temperature, espresso machine maintenance, and the barista. And later on, partners, I will share to you the importance of these variables. So let me also share with you the different key parts of this espresso machine. So we have this steaming one here, as you can see. It also has the steaming knob and the steaming bib. So you can also see here the portafilters. This is important because it is the one where you put the espresso grounds and let it filter the espresso grounds with the water. So you can also see here the control panel. The control panel helps you to indicate if you're going to rinse or you're going to pull an espresso shot. So this is also the tray where all of the waste come inside here.
Now partners, let us go back to the 7 variables. So I've mentioned earlier that one thing that is important about this is the grind setting. So grind is important because it will affect the rate of pour to make a perfect shot of espresso. So you can adjust the setting of your Astoria grinder to a coarser or finer grind if something is wrong about the rate of pour. So that's it. Another variable that we need to consider is the dose. So it is important that every dose is perfect to achieve a perfect shot of espresso. The best strategy that we should do is to pull the doser completely, while making sure that you don't lose your grip when putting it back to restart. The next variable is all about how you tamp your espresso grounds. This will help us to achieve a flat surface that is very good for the coffee's extraction. Tamping also helps to complement the grind to the pressure you apply. If your judgment says that the rate of pour is too fast, then tamp the grounds harder. Do the other way when the rate of pour is too slow. Now let us move forward to the variable that I've been always mentioning, which is the rate of pour. And I can say that this is also my favorite because this is where all your judgment starts. You should be able to observe if the rate of pour is too fast or too slow. It should be a honey-like dripping texture from a spoon. And the best time for it to finish should be 18 seconds. Next is the water boiler temperature. We should also be able to check if the water that comes out from the Lamarzocco is in right temperature, between 195 degrees Fahrenheit to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. These 2 light indicators of Lamarzocco tells if the temperature of its water is just right, by blinking consistently, and when the blinking stopped, it means that the water is being set to its right temperature. You can only pull espresso shots again after the blinking starts, so that the perfect extraction is absolute. The next variable is all about the maintenance of Lamarzocco. This maintenance covers a large scale of cleaning methods, and because we don't want to go that far, I'm just going to share with you one of espresso machine maintenance that we do. This maintenance method is simply backflashing the top filter by using the blind portafilter to rinse it perfectly. This will help you to pull a consistently perfect shot of espresso. And during the closing period, put Capisa in this blind portafilter to thoroughly clean the top filters of Lamarzocco. And lastly, the barista themselves. Everyone should understand that we don't live in a perfect world, where all espresso shots can be made perfectly at all times. That's why we, as baristas, are here to observe and judge if an espresso shot is perfect from our preference. That is also the reason why we are studying these 7 variables, in order for us to be the best judge of this coffee brewing method.
So now I'm going to put a regular espresso shot. So this is how you do it. You're just gonna make a 2 pulls of espresso grounds from the assorted grinder. That will be equivalent to 14 grams of espresso grounds. And you're gonna tamp it as this is a part of the 7 variables. So now I'm ready to pour the espresso shot. Pressing this button, the one from the middle, as you can see from the control panel. So the best time for the espresso pour is 18 seconds, but you can also consider 16 or 20 seconds as long as this is a honey dripping type of pour. Now I'm going to show you how to pour DECAF espresso shots. So this is how you do it. Take 4 pulls of DECAF coffee grounds from our assorted grinder. Tap it. So that 4 pulls is also equivalent to 14 grams of DECAF espresso. So let me check if this is a good espresso shot. Now that I'm done with the regular and DECAF espresso shot, I'm now going to pull a half DECAF espresso shot. So this is how you do it. So I'm gonna pull this once, this regular espresso assorted grinder. So that will be equivalent to 7 grams of espresso grounds. And now pull this DECAF assorted grinder twice, which is also equivalent to 7 grams of espresso grounds. So tap it and check if this is the great pour of espresso.
Now for the ristretto shot, I will be assisted by Gab Dabalos on how to pull it right. The strategy for this type of shot is tricky, because you have to remove the shot glass below the pour spout after 13 to 17 seconds. So the ristretto shots contain more of the flavor compounds that dissolve most quickly from the coffee grounds. This extraction makes ristretto more full-bodied and less bitter than fully extracted espresso.
So the last espresso shot that I'm going to show you is the long shot. So this is how you do it. Now I'm gonna pull 2 pulls of espresso grounds from the regular espresso grinder and pump it as hard as I can using the weight of my body. So you should expect that the rate of pour of this espresso shot is really slow, just like this one, and the dripping is really sharp. This is how you do a latte using a Lamarzocco espresso machine. So this is different from the Mastrena steaming one, because when this is perfectly hot, you have to turn it off manually. So this is how you do it. So just steam it like how you usually steam a quality milk. Do all the things that I told you earlier. And now I turn it off, because it is now at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the red mark. So of course, we're going to clean the steaming one. Alright. So that's all I can share for you today. Thank you so much for watching.